Okay, so this is my bike ride today. I've decided to take more bike rides, specifically to Hull Park, where this is located, and ride on the trail more often instead of the street, just to get more video and photographic evidence of the dogs that are being allowed to roam free in the park, against the state law and against the city ordinances. Um, now this is I finally got a video where, like, usually I don't say anything. I just take the video and put them all together later, and post them. But in this case, I see this guy frequently doing. He's frequently in Hull Park with this dog loose. I don't think he even has a leash with him, for the dog. Um, he just takes it around completely loose. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he lives, but I see him there frequently doing this. And often when I confront dog owners about, allowing them to pester me, allowing them to run free in the parks, on the sidewalks, whatever, there's either one of two reactions from the dog owners every single time. These are the only two reactions that I have ever got out of dog owners when I confront them about this. They either laugh about it or they get belligerent and sometimes violent. So you never know what's going to happen. This guy is bigger than me, so I usually try to size up the situation, you know what I mean? I'm not going to get myself involved in physical fights or whatnot because over a dog. But when they come around my feet, like you'll see in the video, I generally do say something to them if they come in front of my bike or come around my feet or something like that. If they're being allowed to pester me while I'm in the park, because it's against the city ordinance. And let me just bring that up. This is it right here. So you can see this is the city of Traverse City, Michigan. These are the ordinances, and this one in particular is pets in parks. No person shall bring or allow any dog or domestic animal in any park unless the dog or domestic animal is kept on a leash not over 8 feet in length. And, notice the word and here, under the immediate control of a responsible person. So what does that say to you? Not only should the dog be on the leash, it should be under the immediate control of a responsible person. Now, recently, the director of our Grand Traverse County Animal Control, which Traverse City, Michigan is located in Grand Traverse County, and the city does not have its own animal control department. It relies on the county's animal control. And recently, the county animal control director said that dogs are allowed to be on any length of leash. That's not what the city ordinance here says. It says under the immediate control. That means immediately to your person, of a responsible person. And responsible would be somebody who is large enough and strong enough to keep the dog in the immediate control of themselves. Okay, then it talks about how they're allowed off leash in the dog park, which I mentioned in another video, so that's irrelevant to this. Hull Park is not a dog park. It's not designated off leash in any respect. No dog or domesticated animal shall be permitted to touch, worry, disrupt, or disturb any person using park facilities. You're responsible for a civil infraction, I guess, if you get caught. None of the above restrictions shall apply to service animal. Now, let me just point something out here. With that, if it's a service animal, and let me just say right up front that I do not believe that anybody needs a service animal. There's always some other way to accomplish the same tasks. But there's nothing that I can do about the Americans with Disabilities Act and, how the service animals play into that federal law. There's really nothing that I or the state or the city can do about that, except that a service animal is not, if I don't need a service animal, I don't need that for any reason. So it should not be touching, worrying, disrupting, or disturbing me. A service animal doesn't belong anywhere near me. And I see a lot of fakes. Like 99.9% of these people that are dragging their pets around everywhere, their dogs, they don't even have a disability, and the ones that do, the dogs are not even trained. I want you to notice something here. This guy, I want you to just notice what the conversation that he's having with the dog. I wasn't able to turn it up any louder. I just have really basic software, so hopefully you'll be able to hear it. Turn up the volume, I guess. So this guy he's walking around a park by himself, talking to this mutt that he's uh, willfully allowing to run around in the park, knowing what the law is. I don't know. I just think it's pretty pathetic that he's walking around talking to this dog like it's another person. Like he doesn't have any friends that he can take a walk through the park with and have a conversation about the weather, the lake, whatever. Just whatever you're having a conversation about with another human being that can actually understand you. No. Instead, he's so pathetic that he's walking through a park talking to a dog. And in this portion of the video, I had to mute about half a minute of it because there was some music playing in the background, and I don't want my channel to get... Like, YouTube will mute your channel if it recognizes copyrighted music, so I didn't want that to be recognized. But you can see here, look at this nice landscaping that the city has worked hard. And look at this, it's disgusting. The city worked hard to create this landscaping for people to enjoy. Did you hear that? He's calling the dog to come back to him. It's not coming to him, so it's not an obedient dog at all. So a lot of people I see, a lot of dog nuts I see arguing that if the dog has good recall, if it comes right away when you call it, then it's fine if it's off a leash. I mean, I don't agree with that personally. I think it should be under control, like the law says. So this dog doesn't have good recall. He's calling it. It's not coming. It's pestering me in the park. And here we go with more pathetic nonsense. Dog nuttery. As if he's got to explain to me what his dog has got to do. And I'm supposed to be okay with that. So let's watch what happens. Should be on a leash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't respect the law though.
We can see that. So did you hear that? I don't respect the law though. Haha. Typical, very typical response from a dog owner. They either laugh or they get belligerent. Now, I want to point out something else here as well. This truck right here that you saw in the beginning, you saw in the beginning of the video where it was driving, the person was driving it down here. And now it's parked here and the guy is actually standing right back here. This logo here is the city logo. It's a city truck. These trucks are, I think these trucks are generally used for either Traverse City Light and Power utility or the parks and recreation trucks. I'm not sure which this is, but I am sure that this is a city employee. Now, it's not their job to police the parks as far as animals are concerned or dogs are concerned. But I just want to point out that there was a witness, a city employee witness of what happened here, of the dog running loose. They may not be the law enforcement of any kind, but they are a city employee. And there they are standing right there. So I don't know who that is, but apparently a city employee. At least I think that I did hear the door slam back toward the beginning of the video. So they got out of the truck, and I believe that's the person there. So I'll just play it through one more time. I'm riding on the path, just a normal, enjoying the park, the recreation trail. There's the city truck coming down. And there's the guy, the pathetic guy, with the loose dog. It just infuriates me, you know, the way our tax dollars are paying for this landscaping, and these dogs are sullying it up. You know, they're fouling it with their urine and their feces. Now, I didn't see this one defecate, but here's the bags right here that the somebody's providing it.
Come on, bud. Guinness, come. Alright, you gotta smell everything.
Should be on a leash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't respect the law, though.
we can see that.